I want to get to an election update because that's the current acute problem right now. I'm not conceding a damn thing. Why? Because we still have last breaths left. Here's one of them. Just the News, John Solomon's site. The Michigan state legislatures, by the way, joined by a Democrat, are now subpoenaing hard drives, emails, and laptops. This story is up in the show notes today. Please subscribe to our show notes. The newsletter is the show notes. Bongino.com/newsletter. Please subscribe. Here we go. Carrie Sheffield. Michigan legislature committee subpoena election evidence from Detroit and a nearby suburb. They said election integrity should not be a partisan issue. The information needs to be preserved. Hey, sounds like we got some breaths left from this piece. They were joined by a Democrat in this, by the way. So this is bipartisan. Dictionary.com. You get the joke if you listen to the show. Hasn't changed the definition yet of bipartisan. It'll soon mean unipartisan because of dictionary.com, but you get it. So from the piece, this is important. Again, last breaths are everywhere. I'm not willing to give up anything. No one's conceding anything. Screenshot from the piece. Concerned about possible election evidence being destroyed, members of the joint session of Michigan's legislature's House and Senate oversight committees on Tuesday, that was yesterday for the liberals listening, voted to issue subpoenas to Detroit and a nearby suburb of Livonia, demanding they surrender hard drives, emails, absentee voter counting board laptops, and other election-related materials. One Senate Democrat reportedly joined his Republican colleagues in supporting the subpoenas. Okay, you guys should all concede. We set the bar high in 2016. You did? With the PP thing? No, you didn't. Hard pass. Go sit down. Put the dunce cap on, too. Won't be taking any lectures from Mr. Potato Head at CNN or Chuck Todd at NBC or any of the other Moscow Maddow like PP tape hoaxers. I'm really sorry. Not on this show and not on other shows I associate with either. Second, sounds like another last breath to me in Pennsylvania. Just the News again. Pennsylvania Republicans are trying to get back to the Supreme Court after they denied the injunction. Again, the case wasn't denied. Injunctive relief was denied. Pennsylvania Republicans request for the high court to review election-related lawsuit. This is that lawsuit about absentee ballots, and you needed an excuse in Pennsylvania to declare that you wanted to vote absentees. Everybody clear? Well, that's the law. And they needed a constitutional amendment and a new law to change that. You may say, well, that's what they did, right? Is they allowed almost anyone to vote absentee? No, that's not what they did. A bunch of bureaucrats said, law schmaw, constitutional amendment, schmamendment. Let's just change the word amendment at dictionary.com. And they just declared, I hereby declare my right to prima nocta. Remember Braveheart? They just walked in. They walked in like the English on the Scottish wedding in Braveheart with William Wallace. I hereby declare my right. Although it wasn't prima nocta, thank God. But it was, you can just vote absentee. Whatevs. Ladies and gentlemen, whatevs is not a legitimate constitutional per public procedure. It's not separation of powers, bills of rights, habeas corpus, whatevs. Whatevs is not, was that number 4 or number 5? I think it was number 4. Whatevs is not number 4. For us older folks, that's the kids' term for, hey, whatever, man, when you can't think of a real reason. Whatevs is not a thing. Are we clear? Things, the Constitution, Article 1, the Bill of Rights, constitutional amendments, those are actual things. Whatevs is not a thing. And that's what Pennsylvania did. You can vote absentee because whatevs doesn't work that way. Sounds like we got a real case here, don't you think?
You just heard Dan Bongino.